Hi guys, it's Chris with City Your Homestead. Tom will be here shortly. He's just got to get dressed. We're going to do a copycat recipe today from Waffle House. You know Tom loves Waffle House. We're not doing waffles. We're doing, it's called scattered, smothered, covered, and chunked. So scattered is the hash browns, smothered is the onions, ham is the chunked, and cheese is the covered. So we're going to make it a little bit different though, because we want to make enough to last us for a few days after today. So when we assemble it, it's going to be different than they would do on their griddle because, well, we want more. So the first thing that they say is that Waffle House has a special grease that they use. So I melted some butter, and then you add some vegetable oil to it so that the burn point is higher and it won't burn the butter and everything. I wondered how they did that. You know, well, now we know. So we're going to get that mixed together. I'm going to start my pan. And we're going to put this along the bottom of the pan. If we need more butter, we can always add it. No big deal. But we want to get that pan covered with the butter. Now I'm going to use an entire bag of hash browns because, like I said, we're going to make this a breakfast for, you know, part of the week too as well. Whenever we can make extra like that, it's good because, you know, then we've got a breakfast for every morning. And this pan is not going to be big enough, is it? 1 second, guys. Alright, so that pan is at least deeper. So now, it doesn't say to do this either, but you guys know how I feel about eggs and about potatoes, and they need to be spiced up. So I'm going to add salt and pepper to that. It's going to obviously take longer to warm these up since they're thicker and not thin like they would be on my griddle. That's okay. We've got time, and it's not like we're going to have you guys sit here and watch it. Now you want to try to let them sit as long as you can before you flip them so that they can actually get crispy, and that's what we want, is crispy potatoes. So the next part of it is onions. Let me move this over here. And we're going to dice those onions into pretty small chunks. We don't want them real huge or anything like that. I just happened to see this on a reel and I'm like, you know what, we should try that. Tom likes potatoes, so why not? We're going to get those all chunked up. And like I say, you don't need to do this unless, of course, you're cooking for a great big amount of people and for breakfast. Or if you're going to do a brunch or something and you want, you know, to feed quite a few people, that's a little different. Then, you know, you might want to make it this big. But I'm going to cut up that entire onion, and then I'll be back. Well, look who's here. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, everybody.
All right, so I got all the onions sliced up. Now, if you remember right, I had gotten some ham steaks at Bronson. And so I'm going to use 2 of them because, of course, everything's going to be doubled and tripled and everything else. And honestly, it doesn't say how much to use of each thing either, by the way. So, you do you. Tom's going to be Fryer Tom today. Literally tonight, too. I got some of my prep done for tonight's dinner. It's a special request. It should be really, really good. So So we're going to put that ham in there. And then I'm going to chop up that next one. I hate when the pieces don't break apart. Don't you hate that too? Mm-hmm. Tom's like, I want to sleep until 7. And I'm like, well, you sleep until 7 then. Maybe I can cut more through it if I do half at a time. Yeah, we tried to get started early today because he's got a lot of weeding and mowing and weed whacking to do. I mean, our garden looks like it's all weeds.
You have the cucumbers. Cucumbers look like they outrasted the leaves.
But everything else, though.
Check our watermelon out.
Yeah, we've got one watermelon. And that's
bigger than a basketball.
Yeah. But we're not sure how to tell when it's done. And it's been a lot of years since I helped my parents on their farm when we were little girls. I don't remember. So, yeah.
I know it's supposed to be yellow and the bud in the back of it's supposed to be dead and stuff like that.
It's been a while, huh?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's a normal watermelon. This is a sugar baby.
Yeah, we have a sugar baby. And then we can pull that up. Our goal is to get rid of all the wooden raised beds and have just the metal ones left, and we're going to try to move as much off Jack's property as possible. So, because we want to make sure we have a garden for years to come, and that's not really sure right now, so we're trying to get as much off as we can. Alright, so now we're going to cover it in that butter solution. You want to turn your heat on, hon?
Flame on.
You want a spoon? There you go. Now you can stir it all together. So weird to see you in shorts. He's not allowed to wear shorts at work, so
No, we don't.
it's nice to see him wear shorts once in a while. So we're going to get this stuff cooking. Going to take a minute for those potatoes because there's a lot of them. But this is going to be an amazing breakfast, I can just tell. Okay, so now we're going to add the cheese to the top. And we're going to let all that get melted. I guess all that cheese came in handy me buying it, huh? Means we're almost done with breakfast because we just did the coffee. Alright, I can push you back a little bit now that Tom's not right here. Okay. So now while that's melting, we're going to take, and like I say, you would just put all this together on your plate, but because, you know, we're doing such a bigger an amount, we're going to do it a little bit different. So we're going to put a little bit of that on the bottom. Just like so. And then actually, while that's still melting, what I'm going to do is, I've got my big bowl here, which you can't see. And we're going to pour the rest of that in the bottom of that. And kind of level it out. Just like that. Looks like that's just about melted, Tom.
Yeah.
We're going to actually make eggs to go with it too, but we won't do that on camera. So now we're going to take some of those hash browns and we're going to cover right up. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
It's all right. I'll go the same place.
I wanted it to be pretty. I'll give Tom a little bit more potato because he loves his potatoes. Don't you? Look at that one. Now that one's pretty. All right. Now I'm going to make up a few eggs. I'm going to pour the rest of those potatoes over top of that. Then we have breakfast for a couple days, and we'll meet you at the table. Alrighty, Tom. Waffle House.
No.
I can hear your stomach growling.
That's all my aches and pains.
So what do you think? A good Waffle House copycat?
Tastes pretty good.
We'll have it for the next couple days for breakfast, too.
I always have the waffles. So.
I know. One of these days, maybe. So they're scattered, smothered, covered, and chunked. And that's what we have this morning for breakfast. So you guys have a blessed day. Be a blessing, and we'll see you at supper. Goodbye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
You guys have a great day.